Welcome back to the Cozy Cottage Homestead. Today is the last recipe of It's a Great Pumpkin Recipe Exchange. This one is going to be called Wholesome Pumpkin Soup. I already got the camera zoomed in so y'all can watch the first step, and then I'll adjust it after I get to the next step. So just about when you think I'm done putting ingredients in this soup, you're going to be surprised at how much more is going to actually go in there. So let's get started. We have 2 cups, turn our burner on, 2 cups of chicken broth. I don't know if I'll be able to be in it or not, but that's fine. I don't have to be in it. So we have 2 cups of chicken broth. You could use vegetable broth or whatever kind you have. It's not going to be no big deal if you don't have something exactly right. We have 1 can of black beans, drained. This is almost a 16 ounce, not quite. We have 1 can of cream style corn. Go ahead and add it all in there. Okay, gonna give that a stir. I have my heat on medium just to get it going, but eventually I'm going to turn it down to just a simmer. Okay, we have 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. And of course, we have our can of pumpkin. See if we can do better with this spoon here. I told myself I was going to get this out of the can before the video, and I completely forgot. So we're going to give that a stir. And that is going to thicken it up tremendously. Just stir up the pumpkin. So this is our wholesome pumpkin soup. Thought this one would be great, like maybe since this is going to be coming out the day after Thanksgiving, maybe you still wanted something to cook different even after Thanksgiving, so you still had some guests there at the house. And you could eat this with some turkey sandwiches and it would be delicious. We have, I don't know, maybe 1/4 cup of fresh parsley, just chopped up fine, however you like it. Give that a stir. And it is already looking delicious. I don't know if y'all can see it on the camera or not. And we're going to add just a dash of cloves, ground cloves. Just a little bit, not a whole lot. You don't want it to be overwhelming. Just a little bit of cinnamon. And then we have some of our fresh ground ginger. I'll put a little bit of that in there. course it doesn't want to come out that good because it is our fresh ground ginger. Oh, and it smells so good. And whatever of these spices you like the best, that's what you want to put a little bit more of, that's great. That's the idea. Make it your own. Do what you like, what your family likes. Stir that all up. And I just turned my heat down to more of a simmer. It was getting plenty hot enough. You want to bring it right up to like a soft boil and then just let it kind of simmer. Now we're going to add 1 cup of half and half. And I'm going to stir it. And that just made it a beautiful creamy color. Of course, I'm trying not to make a mess. And then we have 1 cup of sharp cheddar cheese, shredded. And that's how it's looking so far. And I am going to let it simmer for about 20 minutes and then I'm going to bring y'all right back. I am going to go ahead and add 1 more cup of cream, so that makes 2 cups of cream. Just felt like it needed it. Again, y'all just have to follow along. I don't always have a precise recipe, but I felt like it needed it. And that's why I left it out, just in case I thought it needed it, and I think it did. So we got that done. We'll let it simmer a little longer so it gets back a little warm. And over here in the skillet, we're going to turn the burner on first, of course, and melt about 1/2 stick of butter. So you can turn it on whatever temperature you're comfortable at doing that for. So I'm going to go ahead and let that start melting. This is such a delicious, simple soup. And I call it a wholesome pumpkin soup because it has so much good stuff in it. The black beans just add a lot more fiber and vitamins and protein and all kind of good stuff. And we already know the pumpkin is just about the best thing for you that there is out there. Then we pair that up with some cream corn and a few of our favorite pumpkin spices to give a little bit of a savory taste. It's very rich and creamy. Let's see. So we can go ahead. I have some celery, maybe 1/4 cup. Tops in the celery, sliced very thin. We want to go ahead and get those just about cooked because the rest of it is just going to be cooked on a real low heat. So we can go ahead and let those get a little translucent. And you don't want to overwhelm it. It wasn't maybe 1 little celery stalk. Just you want some more flavor to add to it. And if you don't like celery, then maybe you could try onions. But we already have some garlic in it. The celery just goes really good with the pumpkin. That was a half a stick of butter and 1 stalk of celery with the tops. The little leaves on top. Gonna add some flavor and some color to our soup along with the parsley. So I think that's going pretty good. Now we're going to put our last ingredient in there. And that is going to be roughly what used to be a pound of shrimp is now 12-ounce packs of small shrimp. So we're going to put that in there with the celery and the butter. And we're just going to cook it till it's almost done. Not quite. You don't want to overdo it. Just let it start getting pink. Maybe turn your fire back down just a little bit. Let it cook slow. And you can see starting to get pink. You don't want to do it too fast because it'll be overdone. As long as you see pink on most of them, you'll be good. And they start curling up just a little bit. Go ahead and turn my heat off because the cast iron is going to stay hot for a couple minutes. I'll let it finish doing its thing. Alright, let's get us a pot holder and put that in our soup. Butter, celery, and all. You want all of that goodness in there. I don't think I can do it this way so y'all can see, but hey, there it goes. Now all we have to do is let it simmer for about another 20 minutes. And it will almost be time for soup. Alright, y'all come and get it. The soup's ready. So what I did for us, because we're eating it before Thanksgiving, is we're going to have it with a big old nice piece of homemade cornbread with some butter. And we have our soup. And the last thing we're going to do is pre-cooked me some bacon bits and then had them in the ice box so that I would just have them ready whenever I wanted to use them. So frugal tip, cook you up some bacon, crumbled up small, and then you'll have bacon bits, real bacon bits. So I'm going to put about a teaspoon, sprinkle it right on top, maybe a little more. And of course I'm going to bring y'all in closer at the end of the video. Y'all seem to be enjoying that last little tad bit where you zoom in and you can see what it really looks like. So I know it's delicious. I'll go ahead and taste it for y'all. If we can get a bite with a shrimp in it. It's probably still very hot. So delicious. Wonderful with the cornbread. You can just dip that cornbread right in there. So that's really all there is to it. You can just kind of follow along closely. Very good recipe. Something different, but something very wholesome and good. So I have had a blast doing these. It's a Great Pumpkin Recipe Exchange. Maybe next year I won't be feeling quite so under the weather with my health conditions. and I'll have it more organized so we can have more people participate and share their pumpkin recipes. However, I did have a few people participate, so that was great because I didn't really have it planned this year. But it is something that I want to do every year on my channel, is make pumpkin recipes so we can share it with each other, because I think pumpkin is just so underrated. It's just known for it as the pumpkin pie, but pumpkin is just really one of those superfoods that's extremely good for all of us. So I feel like it's something important. The more ways we learn to cook with pumpkin, the better off we'll be with our health, because we'll be eating healthier. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for all of my subscribers. Welcome to all of my new subscribers. I'll be doing a video pretty soon on the 500 subscriber giveaway, probably after Thanksgiving. So I'm going to zoom y'all in. I'm going to go ahead and say farewell, Homestead family, friends, and neighbors from the Cozy Cottage Homestead. And here is our wonderful, wholesome pumpkin soup. It is so yummy and so delicious. I really, really hope that y'all will give this a try. It is delicious.